Okay. Everything looks to be in order. I'm just looking at the playback here, just making sure everything is cool. Everything is good. Everything looks good. All right. I am excited about today, ladies and gentlemen, because this has actually been something that's been on my mind for quite a while, for a very, very long time, but I just didn't know how to go about it because it didn't dawn on me about what I could possibly do for you guys in terms of me creating this channel's own membership. That, it's not the fact that I see other people have it or anything like that, but I feel like I do enough right now where I can offer it to people, where such a membership is a possible thing that I can actually do. Um, and it took me a minute to figure it out. It took me a minute to think of what I could possibly offer you guys. And what it is basically something that I've been doing on this channel, but have not been doing in a massive capacity, which has been doing voices for you guys and reading manga in like an audiobook type style. Because I've done on my channel right now, the current manga that I have on my channel right now that I'm reading through is My Hero Academia, One Piece, and Solo Leveling. But there exists manga that I just never read on my channel that I just want to add to my channel, that I kind of want to go back through and read completely so you can have an entire series to listen to on top of what I already do for my channel right now. So it's going to take a minute for me to get the swing of how to build this whole membership option that they have for my channel that I have access to. But it's something that I want to do because you guys hear me say this all the time, how I want to go full time with this channel and everything. And there's nothing wrong with me wanting to do that. But at the end of the day, it has to be something that is stable for me, not just entertainment wise, because frankly, I could just sit here and talk to you guys, and that's more than enough for me. But when it comes to me wanting to do this channel full time, it really it I have to take it seriously to the degree of, if I'm going to be doing this full time, I have to understand that this has to sustain me on its own. So that's why I've been looking into this whole YouTube membership thing that I can create for my channel and all the things that I can offer you guys. And that's why I'm doing this live today, so that way we can discuss what it could possibly entail for you guys that you guys would like to see offered on the whole membership deal. And I work it out from there. I got to create my own custom badges and emojis and stuff like that, and I'm more than willing to look forward to creating those for you guys. But after I read through the Bleach one shot, we'll discuss it a little bit more. But it's something I want to do for my channel because this is something that can actually push me further into the whole full time thing for my channel. And plus, it'll be centered around something that I love to do, which is reading manga, doing voices, and doing all the stories in this audiobook like style that many of you really enjoy. So, yeah, those are my plans. My plan is my announcement of creating a membership for this channel, because I might as well take advantage of it and have it centered around something I love to do, but also I can offer it to you guys more than what I've been doing on this channel as a whole. It's good to see you, Cohagen. Always great to see you. So, let's go ahead and read this Bleach one shot, and then we'll discuss the whole membership thing. You guys shoot me some ideas about what you would like to see offered for the whole membership deal, like manga that you want to see exclusively, things that there are manga that I actually want to bring to the channel as a whole. Like, I want to bring the entirety of One Piece to my channel, and I've been meaning to do that for several months. So it just dawned on me that how about I just bring the entire series to my channel, not just where I started this channel with, where I started this channel all the way in, I want to say, Whole Cake Island with chapter Rook or 1 and 2. It's been a very long time since I looked back at my very first One Piece video, but it was all the way in the 800s. What I want to do is go through an entire series for you guys, such as Bleach, or the entirety of Naruto, or all of One Piece, or different types of full-fledged manga that some of them are already completed, but I read through the entire series. I did that for Demon Slayer, and I kind of want to do that for other series as well, which is why the whole membership thing is going to come into play, because it'll be like, hey, this is a brand new series that I'm bringing to you guys. For you YouTube members, you get access to it first and stuff like that. We'll work on the details later, but those are my plans. This is what I want to do for my channel. This is what I want to do for my channel. And I feel like I'm more driven to pursue that more than I have. So, let's go ahead and read this one shot and we'll discuss it. So, Bleach special one shot, one shot. And as you guys know, I read these from the official Viz site. So let's go and get it started. So we have a color cover page here where we have all of the captains, and Shunsui's there, Ichigo's there, Rukia, Renji, looks like Shinji. Oh, there are certain people here who are wearing captain's coats, but I don't remember them becoming captains. That's interesting. I see Kensei, I recognize. And is that Mayuri in the background? Byakuya, Hitsugaya, Kenpachi. There's a lot of people here. Lisa. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So, oh, this is a long one. This is a long one. There are 75 pages for this one shot. Solo Leveling is out, chapter 169 already. I thought it was coming out on the 13th. If it's out right now, it's not out on... It is not out on Ashita Scans right now. It's not out on Ashita Scans right now, so we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'll keep that page up, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. But let's go ahead and continue with the one shot. And if the new Solo Leveling chapter happens to release while I'm doing the one shot, then I'll just make another live stream and then we'll read some Solo Leveling. But let's get started because this is a long one shot. When I was younger, I had 2 goldfish. I adored the dear things, but one day the larger one passed away. The remaining goldfish seemed so lonesome. The sight of it made me feel lonely as well. But after that day, the smaller one, which I had thought was stagnating, began to grow larger and flourished more and more. Seeing that brought me great relief. Ah, thank goodness. It was good that the larger one died. And then we have the picture of a goldfish in the night sky as we cut to the house of Ichigo and Orihime. World of the Living, Ward 1 of Karakura Old Town. And Orihime pokes in to see her son, Kazui, and he's just sleeping in his room. And she thinks to herself,
Looks like he's fast asleep. Thanks for playing with Kazui again today, Cone.
And Cone is just under his own blanket, and Kazui is sleeping, and then he opens his eyes and immediately goes for the window. And Cone says, Hey, hold it right there! And Kazui says,
What?
Don't what me, you got in trouble yesterday. Just stay put and sleep today.
But I promised to go again today.
And you also promised your mom you'd go to bed. Which promise is more important?
The one I made first.
Okay, that's a good point. What the heck, you're such a pain. See if I care.
You don't have to come, Cone.
and Kazui jumps out of the window, and he starts to get clad in, the whole Soul Reaper garb. We are on 13. Today's the 13th, but I only see the Raw. I seen something about 14. So here's the thing about solo leveling. The editorial team said that it would be the 14th. The editorial team for solo leveling said it would be the 14th. I'll keep refreshing the pages, but if nothing happens by 12, then we'll just go off the assumption that the next solo leveling chapter will release on Thursday. But Kazui jumps out of the window, and he gets clad in this Soul Reaper garb as he jumps on top of one of the fish, these fish that were in the clouds. He jumps on top of it and gets whisked away, with Cone jumping out saying,
Wait for me, I'm going too!
And he jumps up on another fish right next to Kazui, with Kazui saying,
You should have pretended to be asleep and not noticed, though.
Ah, dang it, I could have!
And then there's people sniffling, and it's this guy. I guess it's a ghost, and he's just crying, standing on a street corner by himself. And Kazui runs up to him saying,
Mister, I'm here to hang out. Mr. Sniffly Crybaby Man.
Oh, Kazui, you're late. I was so lonely, and I know I told you yesterday that I'm no mister. I'm 15.
Excuse me? This dude with the super big afro and this full-on mustache and goatee, he's 15? Okay. He's a spirit, mind you, with a chain on him. Hopefully they take care of him before he turns into a hollow. Mr. Sniffly Crybaby lies about his age, man.
I'm not lying, and what's with the talking stuffed animal?
And then Kazui says,
Hey, I'm sorry, but I might not be able to come tomorrow.
What? No way! But I'll be lonely!
Uh-huh. So today, I'm taking you somewhere so you won't be on your own.
And they just walk up a set of stairs towards a shrine. And Cone says,
A shrine?
Takakomo Shrine. That's what this place is called. And then Kazui said, Cone says,
A shrine?
And Kazui says,
No, next to it. You go in through here.
And he goes through some bushes. And there's like this little stone altar sitting here, with Cone saying,
Whoa, what the heck is that? It looks scary.
Is this your first time seeing it, Cone? It's not scary. Watch. Now you clap 3 times.
And he claps, and it's like these eyeballs just pop out of nowhere around Cone, around them. And they all start staring at Cone, and Cone is kind of beside himself, like, ugh. And then Kazui says,
You bow twice, then you clap 1 more time.
And apparently what looks to be a Garganta just opens up directly in front of Kazui with, death butterflies around him. And the Cryberry's the Sniffly Crybaby Man, he's standing there, speechless, and then Kazui says,
See? It's in here. It'll be fine. Everyone's in here.
Oh, it's the Serite. Bleach. No breathes. No breaths. I want to say no breaths. Yeah. No breaths from hell. 3 hours earlier. Soul Society rode to the seated officers' quarters. And then there are people saying, Madarame's martial arts dojo. This is so much time has passed ever since the defeat of Yawatch and the Stern Ritter and the Von der Reich, that Madarame Madarame has his own dojo.
Good morning, teacher.
I guess these are the people, these kids who are under him. And we see Ikaku here saying, "Oi, you're late, Ichika!" And Ichika is the daughter of Renji and Rukia. Because I remember from the final chapter of Bleach, before it ended, and she's launching at Ikaku, and Ikaku just casually deflects it while she's trying to fight him in this dojo. She tries to hit him multiple times, but nothing really works. And then she backflips onto a nearby roof, and she's all,
Phew. Looks like you've gotten better, teacher.
"Shut up, you grubby brat. I was better than you from the start. I'm the teacher. Quit posing and get down from the roof before I knock you down myself, you grubby brat."
You called me a grubby brat two whole times. You're the only one who gets to call me that, you know.
Guess that makes me special. Thanks. Enough chit-chat. Hurry up and jump down, you grubby brat.
But it'd be dangerous if I jumped.
And then she just jumps off the roof with him saying, "You idiot, careful!" And then Ichika looks over at him and tries to clash with him, saying, "Gotcha!" Nope. And she's frustrated by the fact that she tried to use a surprise attack, but Ikaku was able to completely deflect it. And she's annoyed by it, and Ikaku continues saying, "You sure you're not off your game? You haven't been on a trip to the world of the living?"
I haven't. They said I'm only allowed to go during long breaks.
That's a shame. Don't you want to see Ichigo's kid?
No, I don't. Kazui and I aren't like anything, okay? You're such a dummy, teacher. A real big dummy.
And then someone calls out to him, and is this Yumichika? This looks like Yumichika. "Hey, are you two still at it?"
Good morning, Chica. You look as beautiful as always today.
"Why, thank you. You look cute yourself, Ichika." "What are you looking at me like? Why are you looking at me like that? I didn't do nothing." "And what do you mean we're still at it? She just got here." "Oh, I knew you'd forgot," says Yumichika. And now we're at House Abarai with Renji. Konson Reisei. It's a ceremony we do for captains we lost in battle 12 years after their funeral rites. That's the first I'm hearing of it. It's my first time doing it too. Haven't gotten a lot of captains letting themselves get killed in battle after all. We already did one earlier for the former Captain General, and then for Captain Unohana, and this one's for Captain Ukitake. What do you do at the ceremony? And I guess he's talking to Ichigo. We catch a hollow in the world of the living and kill it in front of their grave. You what? Why would you do that? I don't know, is that even ethical in Soul Society? Well, it's an old custom. Say, what's going on over there? Where are you right now? Why is it so noisy? Oh, my bad. Keigo opened a ramen shop the other day. He killed for some foot traffic since he hadn't had any customers, so we all decided to try it out. Willpower Ramen, which is on a menu that Ichigo is holding. What kind of senseless name is that? Keigo doesn't have much sense to begin with. I do, though! Like I do right now! Sir, could you keep out of our conversation? You'll make the other customers uncomfortable if it looks like it's an inside conversation. Why are you saying that when you know I haven't got any other customers? It's a roundabout way of telling you to shut up, sir. At least call me by my name when there aren't any customers around, darn it! One ramen coming right up! Oh, I got my ramen. I'm hanging up. And Ichigo just decides that he wants to hang up on Renji so he can eat some ramen. And Renji says, wait, hey, I'm the one who called you. Don't hang up. Right, guess you did. What did you want? As I was saying, I was leading up to asking you to come too. Huh? To the Hollow Killing Festival? To the Consorese? Normally, only captains join in, but you're not an outsider when it comes to Captain Ukitake, so they thought you could attend. Who's they? You mean Mr. Kyoraku?
Captain Kyoraku and Rukia. Hey, it's Rukia! And she walks in on Renji. And she says, hey, well, if it isn't Ichigo, what's this? This is amazing. You can... And she... Apparently, the Soul Society has progressed to the point where they're able to communicate with Ichigo with smartphones now. What's this? This is amazing. You can see his face. So this is one of those newfangled soul pagers. What, you still got an old one, Rukia? Mm-hmm, my old one was working just fine, so I said I didn't need the new one. But if you can see other people's faces on this, that's another story. Looks like fun. By the way, where's Orihime? Is she over that way? You won't be able to see by turning it. She's doing the laundry at home. What? And there's a lot of work. There are a lot of words in here, so I kind of need to zoom in just a little bit. Zoom in as I lean forward. So you're the type of husband who leaves all the housework to his wife. I know what's going on. You're one of those estranged couples still living under the same roof even though you've lost your domestic bliss because of emotional abuse. And Ichigo says, we're not. When did you learn those terms? We recently got something called TV in the Soul Society. We can watch shows from the world of the living now. I never thought I'd know the feeling of being a parent telling his kid to quit watching TV and get studying, at least not like this. So you got TVs in the Soul Society now. Can't imagine it. And Renji continues saying, after the war, Mr. Urahara started working with the Department of Research and Development for something. They've been developing all these new reishi devices. Oh, Mr. Urahara sure is something. Oh? And we have Mayuri Kurotsuchi.
Oh, now that I can't let go unheard.
And both Renji and Rukia scream out at his sudden appearance. And of course, Kurotsuchi always has these weird-looking outfits on him.
What? Captain Kurotsuchi, what are you doing here? I have always tailored my developments to Serete's aesthetic.
He simply doesn't understand good taste in his...
He simply doesn't understand good taste and is undoing all my good work.
No, Renji, this isn't his actual body. What? There, it's an image coming out of that bug. What is that thing? It's disgusting. You call this good taste?
It's futile. Even if you squash that bug, I've developed others that will take its place.
That's like one of those things Captain Kurotsuchi's always saying during battle.
And I can hear what you're saying over there, so mind your mouth.
And they pretty much just scream out, and people are screaming out even more as Kurotsuchi has made his way towards the 4th Company barracks. Ah! I'm sorry, Captain Kurotsuchi! All right, already, Sane, Yamada, neither of you have done anything wrong, so don't apologize. And Shinji's right there, just saying, oh, a hologram. First time I've seen one in person. Looks weird, because he's made his way towards the 5th Company barracks as well. Well, not really, he just sent his bugs all over to different company buildings, and he's relaying information to these captains and their co-captains as well. And what appears to be either Momo or someone else is saying, shh, do you have an urgent message, Captain Kurotsuchi?
It's a message for all the assistant captains.
And then someone says, I'm home. And Ichika gets home just in time to see Kurotsuchi standing there.
So teacher said he forgot some work he had to do or something, so I went all the way over there and he kicked me out right away.
And then Ichika notices Kurotsuchi standing there speaking to Renji and Rukia.
Huh? It's Captain Kurotsuchi, he's so cool!
And then Kurotsuchi continues saying,
regarding the Konson Reisei tonight, in order to accomplish the pre-ceremony Jomen Reibaku capture.
Did I say that right? Jogwen Reibaku. Jogwen Reibaku. Yes.
In order to accomplish the pre-ceremony Jogwen Reibaku capture, assistant captains must assemble in the world of the living.
And then we go to the first company barracks where Nanao is there saying,
He is right that it's coming up. I'll head over. Please stay by the captain's side, Okikiba.
as you wish. Then we cut to the second company barracks with Soifon and Omaida.
Hurry up and get ready.
Yes, ma'am.
Then we're at the 7th Company barracks, where apparently Tetsuzaimon is the captain. There are so much that I have not really paid attention to in the world of Bleach, so my apologies. Let me just refresh this solo leveling page. Nothing has changed. I really feel it's going to release tomorrow and not today, but let's continue on. We're on pages 26 through 27. We still got a lot of pages to go through before we're done with this one shot. But then we have Tetsuzaimon in the 7th Company, in the 7th Squad, saying,
Yo, have any of you seen Atao?
the assistant captain, he was playing with the animals in the garden.
Sheesh, what's he doing on an important day like this?
Atao! And whoever this Atao guy is, he's surrounded by numerous animals and birds all over. And he just looks over in Tetsuzaimon's direction.
We got a message from Captain Kurotsuchi.
And apparently he speaks in sign language. Interesting. He says, it's okay, I just heard it. And then Tetsuzaimon says, oh, right, so you did. And then we have Captain Hitsugaya of the 10th Squad saying,
But did he have to go out of his way to set up something this big in all the company barracks just for that?
I'm trying to make him sound as much as Hitsugaya from the anime, which I've been getting all of the Blu-rays. The newest one, set 12, that is the one that starts to set up the ending battle between Ichigo and Aizen. So I almost have them. Because then we go into the Executioner arc, and then it stops there. I almost have all of Bleach where I can just watch it from beginning to end. But Hitsugaya says,
But did he have to go out of his way to set up something this big in all the company barracks just for that? We already knew in advance when it was happening.
And then Rangiku is here saying,
I think it's one of those things. Mr. Urohara keeps developing new merchandise, so maybe that got even Captain Kurotsuchi sweating.
And then Kurotsuchi is talking to him saying,
Please do not utter such absurdities. I am merely using a prototype with technology superior to his. This is simply a trial.
You're acting super self-conscious about it, though.
And I guess this hologram of Kurotsuchi is at the 9th Squad, as he almost pretty much... I guess his holograms can shoot lasers out of his eyes, because he almost hits Hisagi here for a quick second with full-on laser vision. That's actually quite weird. How does a hologram do that? You know what? It's Bleach. I'm not even going to question it. Just like I shouldn't question One Piece and its absurdities, I probably shouldn't question Bleach. But he lasers in the direction of Hisagi, who narrowly dodges it. And then we have Kensei here, with Hisagi saying, You gotta be kidding me, he can attack?
And there was no need for you to say that. How dare you call the inventions of the Department of Research and Development merchandise?
And I guess he's still shooting lasers in Hisagi's direction, with him saying, That wasn't me! And then we cut back to Ichika with her saying,
So that's what the job is. Father and teacher are keeping it a secret that they're going to hang out in the world of the living. That's no fair.
And now we cut to the world of the living, where everyone has convened now. Ichigo is there as well. I see. Only captains may attend. I guess this is Renji speaking. Assistant captains capture the hollow in preparation according to this. Sure, but did they really have to get everyone together like this? You sure got a lot to say. Don't complain about our traditions. You're an outsider. What are you doing here anyway? What's with you? You're the one who told me I'm not an outsider and that I should be here. I told you that. I told you to just come for the ceremony. And then Rangiku nudges him,
saying, Now, no fighting. They can't start the ceremony until after we've done our part. We'll get this squared away real quick. Then you can go to the ceremony real quick. And we can go out drinking real quick. Looks like we've suddenly got another item on the itinerary. Can you go out for drinks? Can you go out for drinks today? Sure, my deadline's still way out. What's your job again, Ichigo? I'm a translator. Wow, what a smarty. And then Renji continues by talking about a Tao over there, saying, hey, we never get together like this, so let me introduce you to one of the new recruits. This is Rindo. That is not a Tao. It is someone's completely different. We never get together like this, so let me introduce you to the new recruits. This is Rindo, Iba's assistant captain. He doesn't talk. He doesn't talk. He doesn't talk. Do you know sign language? Also, it is a Tao. It is him. And Ichigo says, no, I don't. Sorry. He says no need to apologize. He can read lips so he can understand us. Whoa, that's cool. I wasn't talking about you. Get that smug look off your face. And then someone just screams out, what up? Oh, what up? Hi, nice to meet ya. Oh, we got a gyaru on our hands. We got a gal on our hands. Like a tanned girl with long fingernails and colored hair. We got her. Nice to meet ya. I'm the 8th Company's assistant captain, Yu Yaharara. Wow, I almost said that right. Her name is Yu Yayahara. Yu Yaha. This is gonna mess me up so much. This is gonna mess me up just trying to say her name fast. I'm the 8th Company's assistant captain, Yu Yayahara, at your service. And then Renji says, sorry, she's obsessed with everything Gyaru from the world of the living. We haven't got any Gyarus like that, even in the world of the living. She's Captain Yadomaru's assistant captain for... And Ichigo just says, oh, gotcha. And then Yu says, you're Ichigo, the hero from the Great War. Am I right? I heard all a buzz about you. Could I snap a pic? Don't worry, I got you covered with a filter. I'm not a hero. Cut that out. And no filters either. I'm gonna take it, okay? Say pecor... What is that? Pecorino. Pecorino. Say pecorino. I got your line from the captain, so I'll send it to you, so friend me back. Not a chance. And how does she even know my line account? It's all right. What is that? Maternities? Maturity. These words are so small. I am sorry, everyone. These words are small. It's all right. My maturity's nothing to scoff at, so it's fine, even if you put me on ignore. Who even enabled line messaging on the soul pagers? That'd be Mr. Udohara. I can't believe him! And then we have Ichigo, who's still out here with the rest of the people from the land of the living, and she's hiding just so she can get on this action and see what's going on with this big old race ceremony. Ooh, I got here without getting caught. I can do anything when I set my mind to it. Then she feels a presence as something is standing right behind Ichigo and Renji. It's like a skeletal structure, but it has no head, and the shoulders are massive circles that have the arms attached to them, and it's just standing behind everybody. And Ichigo notices this, saying, what's that? Why hasn't anyone noticed it? And then it looks like it's about to swing on Ichigo and Renji, but they're screaming out, Father! And Renji notices, saying, Ichigo, what are you? And Renji gets knocked to the side by whatever this creature actually is. And he's sent flying into numerous buildings. And Ichigo notices this, and as the other arm prepares to try and hit Ichigo, Ichigo immediately slices it apart. And an arm falls on a building. And then Hisagi comes up, and he says, what was that, a hollow? You gotta be kidding, why didn't anyone notice it? And then one of the other members who was there gets kind of skewered through the back by another hollow, as numerous hollows just start to appear all over Karakura Town.
And Omaida notices this, and Hisagi notices this. There's numerous hollows, numerous giant hollows, mind you, walking through Katakura town right now. They're as big as a Menos Grande, if you want a bit of a comparison. And Omaida notices, and Hisagi notices, and Renji gets up out of the rubble, though he does have a little bit of blood on him, with Ichika screaming out, "Father!" And she runs over to him with him saying, "Ichika, father! You dummy, what are you doing here?"
I'm sorry, father, I'm sorry.
And it shows the other members, it shows the other Soul Reapers starting to cut into these hollows with Ikaku saying, "These guys haven't got spiritual pressure. They're no ordinary hollows. We're tackling them in one go, spread out. But isn't it tradition to capture a living hollow for the ceremony?" And then one of the other members says, "We don't have time to quibble over that. We'll catch another one after we deal with these guys." And then Rindo, readies his own sword, and he unsheaths his Zanpakuto, and I guess since he's using sign language and since he can't speak, he writes the inscription on his sword in order for his Zanpakuto to awaken to its Shikai, saying, "Give birth." And his sword turns into a long string of what appears to be paper shapes, but that are attached to rings. Kind of like a paper whip sword, sort of. Solo leveling is up. Do you think Grimjow and Nell had a child or anyone else? I believe Grimjow because they're one living in Hueco Mundo together. I don't know if that's some information. Oh, the new solo leveling chapter is out. Well, we'll start a solo leveling chapter as soon as I am done with this one shot. I'm on pages 40 through 41. Thank you guys for keeping me informed so that way I can get ready and get dressed for the brand newest solo leveling chapter. So it looks like it does release today after all. All right, but let's continue with this one shot. He activates his Shikai and he motions for the word hawk, and the papers that his sword turned into all turn into hawks, and they all start flying towards one of the hollows, and the hollow itself is completely eviscerated down to its skeleton. And then Yu runs up the bones of one of these hollows, and she moves with such force that she starts to break the bones just by running on the bones of this hollow, and she jumps up and she's above other hollows as well. And she extends her hands out and her nails turn sharp in the shape of a bear, and she roars, and the head of one of the hollows gets completely blown off. And she does these different other hand motions, and she just completely eviscerates this one hollow that she was in front of. And then, I forget his name, but the Akon, I think his name is? Akon, I think his name is. He was part of the research development team. He's standing there under a shower of all this hollow blood coming down, and it looks like he's writing on something on the ground or inscribing something as a hollow runs directly in front of him. And he just starts saying numbers: 33445588812366. Melt. And the hollow that runs directly in front of him immediately falls as he starts to melt a little bit. And then there's a rumbling, and one of these hollows can fly, and he's right above him. But before this hollow can bear down on Akon, someone says 7 times, and the hollow is completely pummeled into the ground, and it turns out that it is Kira, who uses his Zanpakuto to increase the weight of the hollow 7 times, and then using his special Zanpakuto with its hook form, he pretty much just rips the head off of this hollow, and he takes his mask off. And Akon says, "So it's you, Kira. Could you finally put an end to your habit of guarding the perimeter? I like it, guarding the perimeter and making a late entrance." And then we continue with Renji saying, "Good. No idea what these hollows are, but looks like we've got them handled." And then he says, "I'm going too. Once we get home, you're getting a talking to, Ichika." Then as he tries to move, chains just erupt out of the ground. Chains just erupt out of the ground and grab him. And someone starts saying, "I feel so abandoned. Must you go so soon, Renji Abarai? I wanted to see your face so much on such an auspicious day that I came all the way out here." And whoever this person is, it shocks Renji, and Renji says, Yo, it's Sayalaboro Grans!" So it's a good thing I gave him that voice.
You're Sayalaparo.
What? Just you? I said I came just to see your face, but that was mere flattery. So that scrawny Quincy isn't here either then. Or that mad scientist. Were I a less open-minded person, I would take that as a slight.
Why do you look like that? Are you dead?
Oh, you mean this. As one side of Sayel's body is caked in black fire and reduced down to bone on one side of his body. Oh, you mean this. That's right. I was cast into hell.
What does that mean?
Hell is great. You can cast your own hollow yoke. My hole is no longer bound to my flesh. My hate and suffering are both like tears. As they overflow out of my brain. And as he says this, horns actually come out of Sayel's head. And this shocks Renji. And Sayel continues saying, "Oh, what's that you've got over there?" She's frightened, the pitiful thing. And Ichika is completely terrified as she's hiding behind Renji. And then Renji pushes her further behind him, with Sayel continuing saying, "What's wrong? Answer me, Renji Abarai. I've asked what she is." "Well, the gallows of hell are clairvoyant. You don't need to answer." "Now, how about I start by killing your daughters, Renji Abarai?" And Renji grabs his daughter and jumps away from Sayel, who has numerous chains lash out towards Renji. And he gets punctured in numerous places over his body, in his leg, in his stomach, in his arm, in his chest. And this causes damage to him, with Ichika screaming out, "Father, no! Father!" Then there's a slash as the chains are cut, and the chains are cut by Ichigo, who saves Renji. Nice! Ichigo, Renji, go, take Ichika somewhere safe. And then Sayel chimes in saying, "You're in the way. It won't earn me much acclaim to kill you now, but I'm going to kill you, Ichigo Kurosaki!" And then, here's the thing. Ichigo has never met Sayel at all. So he's all like, "Who the heck are you?" And then we cut towards the Soul Society, where numerous captains, all the captains pretty much, are just gathered in one place around the grave of Ukitake. And they're all standing there, and there's these black orbs that are just floating around everyone right now. And Soifone is looking at it saying, "What is this? It's not absorbing back into the air, so it's not reishi." And before she can get more of a handle on these black orbs that are floating into the air, Kyoraku stops one of them, and it lands on his sword, and apparently it's acidic,
and it starts to burn on his sword. And Kyoraku says, it's photoplasm. Phosphoplasm from hell.
Phosphoplasm? What is that doing here?
And all the other captains are looking around in one direction as Kyoraku still holds his sword out. And then he explains,
there's an old wives' tale I hoped you'll humor me enough to hear. It has been told for a good long while in the Soul Society. I even thought so. There is something called spirit class. In the past, it was a scale used among aristocrats. It indicated the density of the spiritual pressure within Reishi. A normal company member has 20th class Reishi. An assistant captain has 5th or 4th class, and those greater than 3rd class are captains. A Soul Reaper's body is composed of Reishi. When they pass on, their body turns into Reishi and is reclaimed by the soul of the Soul Society. But anyone above 3rd class has spiritual pressure too dense to be reabsorbed without intervention. The Kanson Reisai is a ceremony to allow that Reishi to be returned. That is as much as we learned at the Shino Reijusun. Now, this next part is the old wives' tale. In actuality, Reishi that is 3rd class and above can never return to the soil of Soul Society. So what are we to do? It's not as though we could allow overly powerful Reishi to linger loose in Soul Society indefinitely. And therein lies the other reason behind Console Reisai. With the ceremony, the deceased captains are...
Oh, and then we cut to Sael, who says, cast into hell. With the ceremony, the deceased captains are... Wait, is that where they are? Because they have so much Reishi, they cannot pass on. They're just cast into hell because they have that much power? What does that mean for old man Yama? Oh, that's bad. And Sael clashes with Ichigo saying, what are you talking about?
What I am talking about is the truth, says Sael. But fret not, Ichigo Kurosaki. I'm sure you're already aware that power always has a cost. The wayward souls who had lost the right of return due to the power they themselves sought, are cast into hell as salvation. This is a kindness, and the kind-hearted soul reapers are unaware they're sent. And the kind-hearted soul reapers are unaware they've sent their companions to hell with their own hands.
And then Rukia questions Kyoraku, saying,
is it true, Captain Kyoraku? Have we really?
And Kyoraku says, it may well be, and even I am only realizing that now. And then we cut back to Sael in the real world saying,
you don't believe me? What else is my appearance before you but proof? The balance has collapsed. The powerful spiritual pressures that were holding the maw of hell shut, Sosuke Aizen and your watch have disappeared. Since then, you have sent those with powerful spiritual pressures to hell one after another, and the jaws of hell can now be wrenched open from the other side. Court Guard's founder Genryusai Yamamoto, Death Sword Retsu Unohana, and today...
And all of a sudden, Sael is skewered through the chest as the gates of hell open and they impale him. And then Sael is just smiling as he's being impaled and held up in the air right now, saying,
you're early. Kamikake God sworn. Jushiro Ukitake.
Yo, it actually is. It is what I thought. Genryusai, Unohana, and Ukitake, because they are so powerful, they can't. Their spiritual energy cannot be permeated back into Soul Society. So they are stuck in hell.
And the sword that pierces Sael Aporo is none other than the Zanpakuto of Jushiro Ukitake. Ah, your early Kamikake God sworn, Jushiro Ukitake. And Ichigo says, "What are you saying? The ceremony still hasn't..." And then Sael, bleeding from the mouth, says, "It's done. Here, just now, you massacred the beasts of hell, right in front of Jushiro Ukitake's eyes." And then it zooms in on Ichigo, who still has his Soul Reaper combat pass. And Sael says, "Now then, I'm going home. You can think on this. Hell has always been beside you. I certainly doubt you failed to notice. Haven't you ever wondered why the butterflies that guide the Soul Reapers have hell in their name?" And a butterfly just flies past pretty much the gate of hell as it's floating in the air, and then eyes start to form in the skeletons that are in the doors, on the doors themselves that keep it held closed, and eyes start to form. And then it shows Kazui, the son of Ichigo and Orihime, just walking down the street as he sees one of these hell butterflies just floating in the air, and he's just smiling. And then it just says, "The end." But it has ellipses at the end. So this is not the end of the story of Bleach, ladies and gentlemen. That was interesting. Wow. So you mean to tell me that Genryusai, Unohana, and Ukitake are not gone? They're just pretty much stuck in hell right now. Because it shows the sword of Ukitake coming out of the gate, impaling Sael Aparo, and dragging him back. Now, whether that means Genryusai, Unohana, and Ukitake are going to come back at some point remains to be seen. But Sael pretty much acknowledges that all three of them are down there. And because of this wives' tale of Kyoraku, he pretty much says that anyone who are like basic trainees and basic members of Soul Society, when they die, their energy is permeated throughout Soul Society. They're only of a certain class. And then you have assistant captains who are of a certain class, and their energy can be permeated out as well. But when it comes to captains, they have too much power for it to be redistributed back into Soul Society, so they're just sent to hell just because they have that much power. That's interesting. Solo Leveling Chapter 169 is out, but the chapters are kind of jumbled. I'm reading from Ashita Scans. I'm going to be reading from Ashita Scans, so we'll see how these chapters actually look once we get to that point. But I enjoyed this one-shot for Bleach, and this is my first time reading something Bleach-related, like officially, as far as their chapters are concerned, on the channel. And I'm looking forward to reading more Bleach once I add that and introduce that to my whole membership portion of the channel, because I'm going to add the entire story of Bleach. I'm going to add the entire story of One Piece, or at least the beginning of One Piece up into the very first reaction chapter I've ever did of One Piece. I'm going to add that. I'm going to add Naruto as well, and I'll look into other manga as well that I intend to add to this channel as well. It's going to keep me very busy, but that's something that I really want to do for all of you. It's going to take me a minute to get the whole membership thing going for you guys. Such as creating the badges and everything, creating the different tiers and stuff that will have stuff that will be worth your time to take a look at later down the line. So that's what I'm going to be working on for as long as I can, until I make sure that I'm doing everything right.
and that everything can work out perfectly for you guys once this whole membership thing for you gets started. But it's something that I want to do, and I really look forward to your support in this endeavor, so that way I can finally go full time with this channel and I actually have something that you guys will want to see or interact with or want to take part in, and you guys can actually play a part into enhancing this channel even more. So that's what that's just really to reiterate what I was saying at the beginning for you guys is I want to create a membership for this channel that has things that I just haven't done on my channel before but want to dedicate time to, because I love reading manga to you guys and doing voices and all this sort of thing. I love doing that. So what better way to provide something that I love to do and you guys like me doing as well than by going through entire manga series and providing a audiobook experience for you guys, because not everyone has read Naruto, not everyone has read Bleach, and not everyone has read One Piece from the very beginning. What I want to offer is the chance that people can experience these great series that I've brought to my channel already from beginning all the way up to where it is right now if it's still ongoing. That's what I want to do. So I really look forward to your support in that endeavor, and I got it on Discord. Just give me some rough ideas of what you guys would like to see as far as tiers are concerned. I'll come up with some ideas of my own. I'll start making some badges and emojis so that way if people become members, they can have like these little things next to their name so that they know that, hey, I'm a member. Here's my little badge of honor to say that I am that. So those are things I'm going to be working on, and it's something that I'm definitely going to need help with in order to fully understand, but in the long run, I feel like this will be very beneficial for the channel, for me, and for you guys as well. So that way, I don't feel like I don't know what to do for you guys, and I have a set structure, and we can proceed evenly from there, and this whole dream of mine of going full time with this whole YouTube thing can actually start to bear fruit and actually take some root and actually start to go far beyond what I thought possible. So that's what I'm going to be doing, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say thank you for coming by and allowing me to read you the Bleach one-shot, but also allowing me to explain my plans of creating a membership for this channel and what it means for you guys in the future and what it means for me in the future. I thank you for your continued support. I'm going to go ahead and bring this stream to a close so I can get fully dressed for today's chapter of Solo Leveling. I look forward to reading it. Just give me a little time to get ready, and then we'll get started with the brand newest chapter. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. Thank you for letting me know that the chapter was actually out, because otherwise I wouldn't have paid attention to it at all. I really do appreciate how you guys keep me informed of the things that you guys want to see on this channel. So, I'm looking forward to introducing a whole brand new string of entertainment for both new and old subscribers to this channel as well. Hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video, and if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then consider subscribing, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples. Wow, I can't believe that I never had the entire chat up this whole time after I just clearly had it going.